You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. How you doing, Dan?
Oh, good.
Dan.
Just stretching. Oh, getting ready for another day on the greatest country ever invented by the good Lord and mankind. How are you two?
Absolutely.
We're doing good, yeah. It's a good
I
weekend.
love stuff like this because you look at, just the advent of all the technology, like watching playoff football. Walk into a place, like 18 giant screens and noise going in high def and this and that. It was this day, you guys, in 1928. RCA got together with General Electric and installed 3 television sets in homes in Schenectady, New York.
Oh, wow.
This was the first time the television had been installed in any homes. It was allowing the inventor, E.F.W. Alexandersons, to demonstrate this new thing called television. And what these 3 families got was a really dreadful, unsteady 1.5-inch picture.
Oh, wow.
The first little TV screen's 1.5 inches. Yeah.
Imagine what those things would be worth. Holy cow.
Yeah, and apparently they were, all they could watch was a Cher concert back in 28.
It was their first farewell tour.
Yeah, but it was pretty dicey. So that's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So there you go. And also 1962, and I only bring this up because quick personal story, the dance craze sweep the nation in 62 was the twist.
Oh, yeah, Chubby Checker.
Oh, yeah.
And this day, Chubby Checkers, the twist, hit #1 on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
When I was just a Ute back in the early 60s, after church on Sunday, being raised Catholic, so we went to Mass, okay? And then my father, of course, would take us to the Green Keg, which was a beer joint in northeast Minneapolis, run by my Uncle Ace and my Aunt Stella.
It is a Catholic.
So you go to Mass, and then Dad goes and drinks beer. So that's how that went. And I wore this little red sport coat to church every Sunday, and I had curly little blonde hair, and my Aunt Stella, beehive hairdo, painted on eyebrows, and she smoked Tipperillos. Because I come from a classy bunch of family. She would call me over, and she said, this is really embarrassing. My nickname as a kid was Duke, okay? And she said, Duke, here's a nickel. Go play the jukebox and do the twist for your Aunt Stella.
Ah.
There I'd be on. I'd be just on.
red
I'd be in my little red sport coat, and I'd plug it in, and I'd come in front of her and start twist. Then she'd try to hug me, and Tipperillo ash all over me, ear breath. It was awesome.
That is awesome.
I have literally burned thousands of dollars in counseling since then.
It all started with the Tipperillos.
Whenever I hear the twist, I just kind of assume the fetal position and suck my thumb.
And it all started on this day. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris on Sunny.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Oh, howdy doody, little patooties. I'm Ranger Dan, clear the old pipes here. Oh, and that's okay. First and foremost, a little bit of business. I want to thank everybody that came out basically in the dead of night over the old parking lot at Smithfield Foods there.
Yeah, did you have a good turnout?
Tell you what, they lined up bumper to bumper as far as the eye could see. I just want to congratulate everybody that laid down the $12.95. Now they got all their documentation, everything they need, and of course those absolutely beautiful windshield stickers to gain entrance into pretty much every South Dakota state park for all of 2020. And again, that was all based on Game Fish and Parks earlier this year announced that entry fees are going to go up across the board for state parks. So that we'd run a little Ranger Dan special on that. And the state had estimated with these increases, they were looking at an additional about $3 million in revenue, and they're probably going to want to dial that back a little bit. Life's full of surprises, ain't it?
They may have overestimated a bit, is what you're saying.
Whew, boy. Okay, well, we're... Oh, also another reminder, tax season is here, Little Radio Rangers, and take the time, certainly with your parents' permission, especially you're going to be using their credit card. If you just take a moment, donate a little something on the old Ranger Dan Loves the IRS GoFundMe page. Be very much appreciated. Let's get down to critter facts here. We've never talked about these, but we should. This is why we're here. Little critter facts. Porcupines. Let's talk about porcupines. North American porcupines can live a pretty long time.
Really? How long can they live?
Well, that's it for Ranger Dan this morning. Little Radio Rangers, you know the drill. Stay in school, go to church, say your prayers, eat your vegetables, don't be playing soccer, don't let me get you wearing Crocs. Ranger Dan out? Yes.
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner on Sunny 93.3.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time right now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio now.
Yeah, we'll take just a little left here because we like giving stuff away. Yeah. We don't just give junk away here on Sunny.
No,
it's
of course
primo.
Not. It's nice.
Primo stuff. And for my good friends over at Tire Motive, by the way, congratulations. My buddy Jeff finally retired after several years at Tire Motive.
Nice.
Jeff, great guy. I don't know who is going to mock me there now. I think Darren. I think Darren's going to step it up. So
is he? Okay.
Yeah,
Somebody's got to.
He's been kind of interning on mocking me. So we're pretty excited about that. Long story short, they're good enough to pony up an oil change just about every week with Sunny here. And I'm not just talking some cheap, low rent, $18 oil change, up to $50 value. If you're rocking the high-end synthetic stuff, they'll take care of you. So appreciate everybody who's qualified for that. And Sherry Whitney, come on down. Yay! Sherry Whitney, bring that vehicle over to Tire Motive, where they're driven by service right over there on North Marion Road. And we don't have the stats yet, but for the last little while, they've actually been ponying up a portion of every single oil change they've done.
Awesome.
November and December.
And earmarking that for Gail and the crew over at Big Paws Canine Foundation.
That's really cool.
So we'll get that wrapped up hopefully this week and have some numbers and stuff like that. And present a check, and that's pretty neat too.
Yeah,
so
that's fantastic.
Absolutely love Tire Motive for stepping up on that kind of deal. All right, what's going on right here in our neck of the woods? I was actually out of the loop a little bit. I was out of town and actually phoning this in, so I really wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. But there was another, and this is just sad, an abduction murder happened over the weekend. They've caught the individual. A young lady was abducted, apparently, from the Walmart over on the east side.
Yeah, this was last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. But here's the thing. More and more of that is happening. I just came across a little article because I was thinking, okay, crime rate. I've been here since 87.
Right.
And whenever a city starts growing, it's, along with the positives, you will get the negatives.
Right.
And you just got more human beings. You got whatever. And it turns out that Sioux Falls and neighboring communities now have been battling a market uptick in violent crimes. We're talking violent crimes here. Right. It's assaults, rape, murder, that kind of thing. Over the past couple of years, in fact, according to the Argus Leader, reported recently that crimes in Sioux Falls are up. This is violent crimes now, are up 80%. in the last 4 or so years.
Oh my gosh.
That's not good.
But this is the interesting part, how they premise this. That number put Sioux Falls on pace to be one of the fastest growing cities for murder and other types of violent crimes in the country right now. If that pace continues.
Well, and that's not something that we want to put on billboards or anything, because that's
it's not.
good.
But then it says the surge in criminal activity, and this is where I kind of cock my head and go, what? The surge in criminal activity corresponds with a 9% poverty rate.
Okay.
And I'm going, what? So if you don't have means, apparently, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
That corresponds how? I don't even know why that is there. Basically, this is saying...
So if you're not wealthy, you're going to be committing crimes.
You're going to
violent crimes. That made no sense to me whatsoever. Because here's the thing. If you're living kind of a hard scrabble life, the answer isn't that.
No, that's not the answer.
I've been down and out. In all honesty, I was homeless at one point in my life. It never went through my mind to rob, kill, or steal. None of that. It just doesn't.
Bad idea.
It's so I just thought that was a weird little way to end that story.
Yeah, that's...
Well, that corresponds, so it's understandable. No, it's not.
No.
That's kind of like you're giving them a pass or something. It's just bizarre to me. So there you go. I don't have all the answers, but a lot of times it just kind of starts with dropping to your knees and then getting to church.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely.
Seems simple, might seem cheeseball, but hey, if you got a better answer, I'm listening.
There you go.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for listening as well, right here to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.
Want to make your sweetheart smile next month for Valentine's Day? Find some fun, matching shirts at funkymonkeyshirts.com. We have a whole collection of fun shirts for you lovebirds.
My wife rocks.
My man rocks.
We also have many silly shirts that will make you smile any day of the year.
My ex-wife was a trophy wife.
Participation trophy.
Find something fun for a loved one, friend, or for yourself at funkymonkeyshirts.com. That's funkymonkeyshirts.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time right now for Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. Both seem quite confused.
Ready for something else.
They were getting ready to snap.
Yeah, I think they've got whiplash here.
That's coming up. This is a program where a big thank you to our friends at Maverick Recruiting, maverickrecruiting.com. They are the sponsors of this. It's kind of like an employee of the week, and we usually hand the microphone over to Heidi at this time.
But
and then
you get to pick him today.
What?
We went there together.
Yes.
So we went to a place called Taco Town on 41st Street. It's about maybe a block east of O'Gorman or Kiwanis, whatever it is there. And really, really good stuff. And
it was amazing.
The reason I get to say the name is because Heidi doesn't know for sure she can say his name. It's Afshin.
Afshin.
It's I think an awesome
name.
He said everybody calls me Turk. He said I'm from, not from, but half Turkish. So he said everybody calls me Turk. But I was like, if my name was Afshin, I would go by Afshin. I mean, that's all I would ever.
Super cool name.
It's a very cool name.
It's very sexy.
So we were in there for their taco buffet. Super good stuff. Everything was so amazing.
Yeah.
So if you've not yet had a chance to check it out, I encourage you to do that. And you'll see why they are the Top Gun of the Week. Awesome people.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yes.
Very knowledgeable. We walked in.
Above and beyond.
Yeah, he kind of walked
through
there and said, this is this, and here's this. And he kind of explained how it all works. But it's, it's a buffet, and, you wouldn't think that that's complicated. But it's,
So you're building your own tacos?
Yeah.
What?
So you can get, what I did, because we're eating healthy.
They even have the taco bowl.
Yeah, we did taco salads.
Things that you can fill with.
Soft shell and hard shell?
Yeah, soft shell, hard shell. Or you can just do nachos if you want to do nachos and then build like a... There's a ton of different combinations. Yeah. So, good stuff.
I love building my own tacos.
Yeah, so you can do that. And then they have like hot tea, and Heidi had hot tea, I had coffee. But they also have like a Coke thing there. You can get that. So, a lot of options. But very, very nice people. It was delicious, and the people were just awesome. Super nice people. So, that's why they are the Top Gun of the Week.
Agreed.
All right. You guys are both looking at me like I'm nuts.
No,
Did I say it wrong? Did I say something?
No, and in fact, we're going to go there today.
You going to go there for lunch?
For lunch, yes.
Hey, we got to deliver the certificate anyway.
We do.
So, we might as well do it at lunchtime. He said the best time to go is 11 a.m., so I think we should go at 11 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when they open. So if you're not busy at 11 a.m., you might just bump into us. That's all, again, on 41st Street. And a huge thank you to our friends at Maverick Recruiting. They're the sponsor of the Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. If you're looking for awesome people to help you and your company, reach out to John at maverickrecruiting.com. And if you happen to be awesome people and you're looking for a new opportunity, John can help you. And for people who are looking for an opportunity, there's no fee whatsoever for you. You just reach out. He helps you find a better job. How much better could it be? Reach out today. John at maverickrecruiting.com. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Say it with me, celebrities. Fabulous. Hang a little bit of a left here. We're going places we've never gone before with this segment of the show. We're going to pop across the pond.
Ooh, yeah.
Spend a little time in the UK, a little time in Britain. What's going on with the royal family?
Oh, yeah.
There's been a big blow up. There's a kerfuffle, apparently.
Is it
Why?
Because Prince Harry is saying, hey, this whole royal world, maybe
Royal
it ain't
Pana.
maybe it ain't so much for me and the missus anymore.
Huh.
Wants to step back from the royal duties. The Queen apparently was going, huh? What?
I think she says that every day, though.
Yeah, and she sounds Yiddish. What? Huh? So I guess the buzz is Prince Harry and Meghan, of course, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Have collectively decided that, you know what, we kind of want to be independent here a little bit, away from this whole royal thing going on.
So he's basically giving up his allowance and moving out of his mom's house.
Well, the big deal
not
is
instantly.
Well, this is how big it is. You're familiar with Madame like Trudeau's Wax Museum.
Yeah.
They have removed Harry and Meghan's likenesses.
Wow.
Going, well, you know, if they ain't connected to the royal family, it ain't no big deal. And I guess it's kind of a little wink, wink, nod thing. But yeah, that happened.
Just take them out of it, or do they put a wick on the top of their head and just light them like a candle?
I have no idea. I've never been there. I've never been out of South Dakota. I don't know. But here's the deal, and what I'm hearing all these little yapping people on celebrity news shows and go, oh, how will they make it? I mean, the big deal financially, they want to be financially independent, and whatever will they do? Blah, 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 blah. So I did a little digging, and it didn't take long. Combined, Harry and Meghan have a net worth of about $45 million.
I think they'll make it.
Oh, well then.
But yeah, but this is all this stuff about, what are they going to do? They're going to work at Walmart?
Yeah. Yes, I'm sure you'll be seeing.
So it's just hilarious.
Walmart.
And Harry and Meghan have already started a website. Well, they're woke. That's what happened. See, Harry is now woke because Meghan was, she was Hollywood, man.
Yeah. Right.
She's an actress.
Woke. Yeah.
So, maybe they'll get into activism or something like that because, gosh.
Do you know any movies that she was in?
No, she was in a TV series. She starred in a TV series Suits.
Okay, here's what I know.
That's how she made her bones.
She was in the movie Horrible Bosses. For people who are going,
Horrible Bosses 2.
No, she was in Horrible Bosses, the first one. She was the FedEx girl. Because when the guy was signing for the package, and he's like, "So, is this some kind of joke? Is something going to jump?"
How do you remember any of this? Will you please start watching sports?
I can't do it, man. I tried. I watched sports once.
She was the FedEx girl in Horrible Bosses 2. And
In
this
Horrible
is like
Bosses 1.
this is in his file, in his brain.
It was Horrible Bosses 1, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, I've
Heidi's
seen it.
holding her two fingers up, thinking I'm wrong. Somebody help me.
That's
help
the skinny. If you're one of those people that actually live vicariously through the royal family, I think they'll be okay.
I think they'll make it.
Yeah.
Does this mean there's an opening? Can Heidi and I become royalty now?
Oh.
I don't know how this works, but Prince Harry, I believe he was...
Is there an application on their website?
He was number 6 as far as getting to the throne.
So he ain't going to ever be a...
Well, here's the deal. His grandmother, who's Queen Elizabeth the Tooth, she has a net worth north of $500 million.
Okay.
His dad,
Prince Charles?
What's his name? Mr. Excitement. He's got a net worth north of $100 million.
Okay.
Meghan is worth a bit over $5 million. She's got in the bank. This is cash assets, and says Prince Harry is worth about $40 million.
Okay.
Wow.
So he was pretty cool when he was with like the Royal Air Force, stuff like that, man. He had it going on. And I think he's kind of slipping a notch or two. Because I'm going to, like, I'm a prince and stuff. I'll take that gig all day long.
Yeah.
It might be really super stressful, though, and really
If they
regimented. I mean, I'm sure they don't get to just live their lives.
Do they think that by stepping out of that role, the paparazzi's going to leave him alone?
I don't
It's
know.
going to be even worse.
I don't know. Just watch the Hallmark Channel because they deal with this kind of thing every other movie. And it always works out fine.
I remember this documentary called Coming to America. And
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Royalty.
Eddie Murphy came crawling back.
Difficult.
I remember when I gave up my crown, but it was actually just a Burger King.
That was Crown Royal.
Well, Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
I do what I can, John.
Again, Dan Farris. He joins us for the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.